What's legal now, but probably won't be in 10 years. Mobile games ads not showing actual gameplay and being super SSL. Getting away with listing color or artificial flavor on ingredient listings and not getting to know what exactly those additives are. Child teen pageants. Child marriage hopefully. EA's surprise mechanics. Surprise we took your money. Gambling being quietly concealed in a video game. Egg. Loot boxes. Members of Congress buying and selling stocks. Deepfakes. Drug commercials. Eating beans in the movie theater. Art-time belegamads. The ExxonMobil ads being too small for the naked eye to see. The telemarketers and scam artists who are now able to use any phone number they want to call you. So you pick up the phone thinking it's your local bank. Gerrymandering. If there's any justice. Planned obsolescence nah. DR. Phil putting children on television to profit from their emotional problems. Having sex with Betty White. Hopefully hidden sugar. Hidden anything in food products. Payday loans. Companies stealing your personal data and using it for profit. And paid internships edit. Going to work sick. Political donations from corporations. Advertising to children. Puppy mills. If we can come together to do what is right. Child modeling. Define modeling. Kids wearing normal stuff in clothing catalogs or in ads for toys or something is completely reasonable. In this thread. Excessive optimism. Anonymity on the internet. The day we are required to use our full name on every website my soul will die. I hope this comment ages badly. Journalists falsifying stories. Spatulas. Not after my plan comes to fruition. At any rate. Data caps on consumer internet and cellular plans. Airsoft in Canada if this still goes down this path. Bill C-21. If passed as it is right now. Would outright ban Canadian airsoft. Edit. Just want to clarify. Bill C-21 will ban all airsoft guns, hence make airsoft, that is played with airsoft guns, unviable anymore. I hope printer ink's astronomical price. It's so expensive, but then you are paying $50 for something that costs 50 cents to make. See, even if you run out of one specific color, the printer won't accept it and demand that you buy an entire new cartridge while throwing out the perfect old one. Manufacturers design it such that it all slows down pretty soon so that you buy their new models. Manufacturers also take a loss selling the printer so that they can more than make up for it with the ink. It's called the razor blade phenomenon last I heard. The cartridges are designed so that anytime you try to replace it, the printer stops working altogether. It's either you have them look at it or throw out a printer. TAE for environment, right? Not the way copywriting things get so bad that buying a new printer is cheaper than doing replacements on ink. Whatever happened to environmental causes? Right? And then electronics companies have the audacity to say they are doing stuff for environment. Charging people for insulin. Charging mentally ill for drugs they can't afford. Glitter. I hope. Monopolies. Stock trading for retail investors as we know it. There will probably be some regulation placed on regular people trading stocks while hedge funds and banks continue to do whatever they want in the market. Maybe fossil fuels for new public vehicles. To the people saying free speech. If they were referencing America, it would take a revision of the First Amendment, which would have to go through the Supreme Court, which is prominently held by constitutional traditionalists. Other countries that don't bow to a single fundamental document as the backbone of their government are probably fair game. I honestly think a lot of people don't understand what freedom of speech means. There are a lot of people in the US who weren't taught about the details of the Constitution and take it way out of context. Lobbying. I hope at least my generation will begin to understand just how screwed up lobbying is, and how its use in the current era results in conflicts of interest. I don't think that you understand what lobbying an elected representative is. Lobbying is when anyone or any group asks an elected official to pursue a policy. Calling your representative's office to voice your opinions or concerns is lobbying. Our system of government would break down under a total ban on lobbying just as badly as it has broken down with lobbying being a free-for-all. The problem is unregulated, unlimited lobbying, which allows those people and groups with the most money to have more lobbying power than other constituents. Saying the word parsnip while looking at a clown menacingly. Having an opinion. That's just your opinion, dude. Cigarettes. A new drug war. Microtransactions in games. Flipping houses. It's driving the prices in my neighborhood from about 90k to over 225k. That's since 2018. In my country, Czech Republic, you can have SX from 15 euro. I don't see this as a wise thing. Since 15 euro don't usually have a lot of responsibility and they are not so clever. That implies a teenager willing to have SX cares about the age of consent. Walking into a bank with your face completely covered. This hiding your identity. In the US. General encryption. Either most encryption schemes will require a government license, which means your usage of encryption will have to satisfy certain criteria. Or the government will mandate you provide a third-party key backdoor to your encryption, which means it's effectively not encrypted. Modifying your own computers and similar technology. Some countries have already tried. Bullfights. Not very grand. For-profit prisons with any luck. Arresting drug addicts. In the future it will probably be more looked into as a medical condition rather than moral failure. Calling the cops on dads for bringing their kids in public. I know people are erring on the side of caution, but it should come with some kind of slap on the wrist. The selling of kombucha to minors. For those that don't know, kombucha is a fermented tea. It has a slight amount of alcohol, about 0.5%. Apple juice that has expired can have this happen. The FDA has been very stingy about kombucha and its producers, threatening to make it an adult beverage. I'm 17. I brew it at home anyway. I don't think anyone will care about selling a 0.5% drink to minors. Inhumanely treating animals in factory farms. SeaWorld. Incest. Plastic water bottles. Paying restaurant servers less than minimum wage. Most of the fireworks that are available to the public. 18-year-olds signing off on student loans. Social media. Child beauty pageants. I don't think social media is going anywhere. If I told you that, it would be illegal in less than 10 years. Plastic. We need to come up with something better in next 5 years so that it can be completely replaced in 10 years. Plastic is a wonderful material, but we're stupid about using it. Here's an incredibly strong material that weighs next to nothing, can be molded into just about any shape, and lasts forever. What do we do with it? Grocery bags. Hopefully homeopathic medicine in pharmacies. I don't mind that stuff being sold in hippie shops, but keep that out of pharmacies. Microtransactions nah. Conversion therapy. Where I am it's legal still. Also for context, my country wouldn't be considered anti-LGBTQ+ either. Vaping. That seems unlikely. It's been clear that banning things isn't nearly as good as regulating them. Well, here's something I hope will have the opposite effect. Is illegal now but hopefully won't be in 10 years. Airsoft in Australia. Like, mon man. How is paintball allowed but something less harmful isn't? Got downvoted for this last time I answered this question for some reason, but it's still probably true. You'd probably get a fine for being racist or putting hate speech online. That's already illegal in some nations. Not really that enforceable, but it is illegal. Eating roadkill probably. Don't think you can make eating something on the side of the road illegal if it's not a human. Especially because that's how some poor folks feed their family. Not saying it's ideal, but honestly I got family who, even though they have the money and access now. VPNs or any form of encryption. Tons of legitimate businesses use these every day and they're super important for working remotely. If anything, you're going to see them more available in 10 years. Reporting the names of serial killers and mass murderers. Stop giving them what they want. I wish. Being able to voice an opinion that goes against that of the service provider. Helium balloons and other recreational helium uses. Does that exist? Maybe. Coal firing without air treatment and CO2 sequestration. Hopefully bunker oil and shipping. Although this would cause things to cost a lot more to ship. Flying drones with certain capabilities will probably require a license to operate as capabilities expand and costs come down, if that isn't already a thing, but it'll become more common. Operating a bike similarly will also require a license and no longer be treated as not a vehicle. No more Unethical mob. I can see loot boxes in video games becoming not a thing anymore, as it's basically gambling for children. Similarly, in-app purchases for kids games might probably be less in-app and require some additional authentication and authorization by a parent or guardian. Also, ketchup.